So we got a 6-man tag. The Bloodline 2.0, as some say. Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu are taking on your WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, the Viper, Randy Orton, and, of course, KO, the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. 6-man tag. A lot of people just immediately went to who is going to be the fourth person for like an 8-man tag. It seems as if Tonga Loa is just not a part of this. Just not a part of this match, which is okay. But thank God we got Jacob Fatu in this match, getting him in there right off the rip. And Mark, how do you think this goes? How do you think this match goes?
Well, I'll tell you how it should go, and that should be with the Bloodline coming out strong and coming out on top. And I think that's what's going to happen. You know, this is kind of the first time we're getting this new Bloodline group working together officially as a whole in a match, and they need to come out with a win. They need a big win here because you've got Kevin Owens, you've got Randy Orton, you've got the WWE champion Cody Rhodes as your opponents. Beating those guys will do a lot for the new Bloodline and their sort of reputation and sort of where they kind of fit in and their threat level. So I do think that Bloodline's going to reign supreme here. I could see a world where Tonga gets involved and then Sammy comes to the aid of Cody, Randy, and KO to kind of even the odds. But I think that kind of depends on how his match with Braun goes, because there is, which we'll get into that in a little bit, but if like he gets the shit kicked out of him against Braun, then maybe he won't get involved. But we'll obviously touch on that in a little bit. But yeah, Bloodline's coming out on top here. There's no way they can afford a loss, and if they do, I will be very, very upset. Dillon, let me ask you this before you get into your predictions on this: is Roman Reigns coming back in this match?
No, I would say no. Roman Reigns is not returning until SummerSlam, I'd say.
Okay, and what do you have to say to the people? Because I've been seeing some stirs online that are saying that he's going to come back and cost Seth's match.
No.
Fully agree.
Not his story. It's not a story.
Zero shot of that happening. I thought it was
his cousin is
absurd.
literally going after the title that he considers his.
Yeah.
What? That's the story.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's more likely we get a Jimmy return than a Roman return. I like the idea of if Tonga Loa gets involved, then Jimmy comes out to even the odds because they took Jimmy out. His own little brother, along with Tama Tonga, took out Jimmy. And now this could be an opportunity. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen because my official prediction is going to be along with you. I think the Bloodline probably comes out on top. I think it's going to go with Jacob Fatu pinning Randy Orton.
Oh. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I was thinking potentially that Fatu pins KO.
I can see that too.
Because they're kind of like similar.
I think they set up a feud with Fatu and whoever he pins.
Agreed. And I could see that being KO.
Yeah, totally. I could see it being either one.
Because that would be insane. A KO and Jacob Fatu feud. Woo.
That would go crazy.
Sign me up for that.
Seriously,
Do you think... So, I'm trying to figure out how this match is going to go down because I'm thinking... There's definitely going to be some outside shenanigans. Do you think the Bloodline, since it's happening a lot, do you think they're going to introduce a new member at all?
No. I think this version of the Bloodline is potentially done. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think this version of the Bloodline is potentially done. I think, yeah, that's just what I think. I think this version
I agree.
of the Bloodline is done.
I agree. I can't imagine. At the most, they'll add one more, but I can't imagine them just like keep on adding people. It's got to stop at some point. You know what I mean? So I think like right now, at least the Bloodline, it feels like they're kind of recreating.
The other thing too with me is I'm just like that debut of Jacob Fatu. Who's gonna debut for the Bloodline after that and look as strong as Jacob Fatu?
There's only one person.
Who, Zilla? Yeah, I guess like Zilla, but it's like at that point it's like
Zilla's not joining them.
Bro, that's what I mean. Like at that point it feels like Zilla would join the other squad. Like you would need.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like that version, that side. If we have another debut, I think it's going to be for the OG Bloodline with Roman. I think Solo's version of the Bloodline is done. After that really felt like the last piece of this new Bloodline, didn't it? Like that really, like especially with that debut, the way that he took out Cody, like,
And you kind of, if you look at it like the way that Roman's bloodline was going, you have Roman who's the head of the table, so Solo is now the head of the table. Tama's the right-hand man now, and then you have Jacob Fatu who's going to be like the enforcer that Solo Sikoa was. So it's basically like, I kind of feel like Solo's team is done. Now we need someone for Roman's team. And I think that's not going to happen for a little while because I think there's a few things that need to happen before we get to that point. Number one, Roman has to come back. Number two, Jimmy and Jay need to reunite. Number three, Roman and the Usos all need to reunite. And then number four,
a lot needs to happen, honestly.
I know, and it's going to be awesome because it's going to take a long time, probably longer than people want.
Also, let's give a gold star once again to the greatest of all time, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is doing so much for this storyline.
Dude, that segment with Punk was really good.
So many little layers. I mean, when they chant "We want Roman," he's in tears. When Solo says Roman's not coming back, he looks genuinely shocked, and everything that's happening, he tells CM Punk, I needed that hug. And we're like, did he need that because it's just been a long time since you've seen CM Punk? Do we need that because of the bloodline stuff? I mean, he tells Punk, take me with you.
That was, dude, I screamed when he said that.
Dude,
it was
unreal.
Best, dude. I almost cried.
Heyman is doing so much for this storyline, just through his mannerisms and the emotion he's showing. He's so good, man. And God, when Roman returns, we need just a big embrace between Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's no reason that Heyman would not side with Reigns at this point.
Oh, he's going straight to Roman.
Like it's like that would be the ultimate double cross if Heyman then sides with Solo, turns on Roman.
I mean, that would be interesting.
I mean, it might happen, but that might just be too evil. But if Heyman's gonna be the one, Heyman would be the one to do that too. So.
Heyman is evil, man.
But. God, that's what it might just be too much at that point, though. You're just like, he inducted Heyman into the Hall of Fame. That feels like something you can't break now. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so we're both taking the Bloodline to get a win. Do you think Jacob Fatu's getting the pin as well?
I think. I don't.
You think Solo pins Cody?
I think Solo needs a pin.
I think that's probably a good call.
I think it could be a situation of
Solo
Jacob
might pin
Fatu kind of closes out the match, and then he's like, "Here, Tribal Chief, you get the pin," and then Solo kind of comes in and pins him. Because like, as much as I want a Jacob Fatu pin, Solo needs a pin, and Solo needs to look strong in this. So I think Solo's going to get the pin, and Solo pinning any one of those three guys is going to do a lot for him. Who do you think gets the pin?
Yeah, I think Fatu. just to debut him strong, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's a toss-up for me. Maybe Solo. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's Solo. I don't know. I just have a feeling, just based off that debut, that they want to keep him super strong. But you're right. Like, Solo does need a pin, and it makes more sense, especially if they want to lead to him versus Cody at SummerSlam, which seems like might be the plan.
Yeah, it seems like the way they're going. Although, all I will say about Cody and Randy did look at Cody's title when he helped him
100%. 100%.
So it's going to be interesting to see.
I think they're playing the long game with that at this point.
Yeah, probably. So